We have seen the various functions of the eye and various parts and the pictorial representation of human eye in the previous videos, and one of the parts of the human eye are the ciliary muscles. So here ciliary muscles will make the human eye, that is eye lens in fact, to change its focal length, because when ciliary muscles are relaxed the focal length is increased. Therefore the eye lens becomes thin. Eye lens becomes thin in the sense focal length is increased, so that it can see the distant object clearly. Similarly, when ciliary muscles are contracted, eye lens becomes thick, therefore focal length decreases, therefore it can see the nearby objects clearly. That means ciliary muscles are responsible for changing the focal length of the eye lens by properly adjusting the eye lens, either making it thin or thick. So when it makes thin, when it becomes thin, that is by means of relaxation of ciliary muscles. When ciliary muscles are relaxed, then eye lens becomes thin, then focal length increases so that distant object can be easily seen. And now that means ciliary muscles are making the curvature of the eye lens to get adjusted accordingly depending upon where the eye is focusing. So these are the two cases where you can see the nearby objects or distant objects with the help of the eye lens modification. Now the ability of this eye lens to get adjusted with its focal length, that means to look at the distant object the focal length has to be increased, and to look at the nearby objects the focal length has to be decreased. Such ability of adjusting itself depending upon where the eye has to be focused, there will be a power of accommodation. That ability of eye lens to get adjusted is called as power of accommodation. And now eye lens can see the objects clearly when they are kept at a distance of 25 centimeters from the eye. That means for normal vision, if at all anything is kept near the eye at a 25 centimeters, it can see it clearly. Such a distance is called as least distance of distinct vision. Here you can define the least distance of distinct vision as the minimum distance of an object from the eye where the eye can see the objects clearly. That means without strain you can see the objects clearly if at all they are kept at a distance of 25 centimeters, and that 25 centimeters is called as least distance of distinct vision.